Mike's Daily Podcast.
FF episode 1794. Yes, I just put out a podcast a little while ago.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
That's the name of the show. But now I'm putting out another one because this one is actually for today. Yesterday's was Saturday, the Groundhog Day. And today, I think I want to get into another topic. We were talking about beyond, looking beyond, what is beyond on the last show. And that's the whole inspiration for, of course, religion.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
Today being Sunday, today being my lovely lady friend was invited to
Mike's
church by
Daily
one of her
Podcasts.
Actually one of my friends that's now her friend. And she was invited to her church, which is interesting because the guy who used to be the head preacher, his daughter, I was helping her with her podcast recently. And, well, let's just say, I don't know if I'm going to be doing that anymore because, well, she makes it the daughter makes it a lot of work. A lot of work. I know, she's a bit of a perpetual perfectionist. And that's fine. It's good to do that, to be that, but I don't have time for that. I can't work with you. If I'm doing a little side project, little side help for you, I can't deal with your perfectionistic nature. You have to trust me. The way it sounds is fine. You put your trust in me. That might be what it is trust issues. Some people have a block. That's what today's show is going to be called, block. I think. Wait, let me make sure I didn't accidentally call another. See, I don't know if you know this or not, but every single one of my podcasts has a name to it. Last one being Beyond, the one before that I think was Fit. And I never, ever, ever use the same one twice. Oh, shoot, I've used that one, so I can't use block. Ugh. Which would have been good, because today is Super Bowl Sunday, and there's a lot of blocking going on the football field.
And here's today's podcast picture.
I used to block. I would be on the line of scrimmage, and I was offense or defense. I don't know. It was one of those. And I used to smash into people, or people would smash into me, and I'd have to push them back. And I hated that. What a stupid idea. But I guess it taught me a lot about life, about some things we have to block, and some things we have to, I'm going to use what they call a filler word, a crutch word. I'm going to say, Let's see. Sometimes we have these mental blocks, is what I'm saying. Or there's something like I've learned from Basil. This guy can block stuff coming at him. He still likes to play. Let's see, blocking. Let's look at that together. The verb block, make the movement or flow difficult or impossible. Let's see, we could say hinder, hamper, obstruct, impede, inhibit, restrict, limit, deter. Deter. I don't know if that's what I'm thinking now. Prevent, deflect, avert, repel, rebuff, repulse, bulk, frustrate, foil, scotch. Scotch? Okay. Don't mind if I do. No. Let's see. Well, I like the word deter because it looks like Dieter. And that's a famous line from that Pretender song. Dieter leaning. Da, 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 da. Gonna lick my hand. I cannot think of that song right now. You know which one I'm talking about. Brass in Pocket. I cannot think of a single word from that song right now, except I know deter is in there, or Dieter. Dieter leaning. Yeah, gonna make you notice. Gonna make my eyes. Gonna make my... Well, some things deter us from moving on. Going forward, move ahead. It's not too late. And I haven't used deter before. Whew. But the podcast picture today, which have we heard? Oh yeah, we did. We blew right past Ariel's podcast picture thing. Was me in front of a lovely, beautiful, blooming tree in Fremont, actually. Today we're doing the podcast from Podcastro Valley Ton today here at Cafe Anyway. So glad to have you here. And what I'm saying is things deter us. Things get in our way. Things block us. And I'm thinking in specific about this woman that would show up. Recently, she showed up for a recording at the radio station that I work for. We record people for talk shows that play back later, special shows. We produce them, put them together. And this woman has been a guest on this show many times, even though I don't know why. I don't know why, because she's just the worst. She can't. She comes from another land, from another country, and her accent is so thick and her English is so bad, you can't understand a word she says. And the host he can't hear. You know, when you're a host of a radio show, you should hear from the point of view of the listener, the casual listener. Most people got so much stuff going on. You've probably got a zillion things going on right now as you're listening to this. And you've got to kind of interpret so that the person listening can understand, especially if the guest you have on isn't making a lick of sense. You have to kind of well, this host that hosts this show, it's his first radio show, and he ain't interpreting a single thing she's saying. So I'm just listening going, no one's going to get this. Well, I did all this work, and it turned out the host emailed me later and said, don't air the show. Just pull it. After all the work I put into it, pull it. Okay. Well, one thing I wanted to say about this guest that was deterring her was she didn't seem to realize, and I've never put lipstick on. Lipstick has been put on me when I kiss my lovely lady friend and she has lipstick on and somehow it ends up on my lips. Because my lips have usually no lipstick on it at all, ever. Except for when I'm kissing my lovely lady friend, somehow it gets on my lips and then I look like Robert Smith or something. The thing is that this woman, who's the guest on this show that I was producing, cannot put the lipstick on right. It was smeared all over her face. Something was deterring her from putting that lipstick on. Oh, there's a lovely rainbow happening right now. Oh, that's nice. I think we should go outside and see it even further outside of Cafe Anyway, where we bring you Mike's Daily Podcast somewhere in Podcastro Valley 10, the last place on earth. And then the lady that I produced the podcast for, she is deterred by the fact that she doesn't trust anyone. She can't trust my skills in producing a podcast, so she doesn't trust that. At any rate, her dad is a preacher, a pastor at a church, and my other friends, never this, the daughter of the preacher, but the friends of mine have now contacted my lovely lady friend and asked her if she would like to go to that same church that the preacher's daughter is the daughter of the preacher. So you understand, I think I've somehow cleared this all up, haven't I? At any rate, people have to wonder about what's beyond, and they got to believe that, something is beyond, and if you don't go to my church, then maybe you won't be there. When I go to the great beyond, I won't ever see you there. And since we're friends, I hope we're friends in the beyond, I guess is what I'm saying. Marie Condo. So speaking of deterring, things that deter us, Marie Condo is all about the materialistic things bring you joy, and clearing up your life, the things that deter you, moving them away. And I find it fascinating that the video that I've seen of her, there's a lot of white involved. White counters, white walls, white this, white that. And I don't like that. I don't like it all white. I don't like it all heavenly looking. I want colors. I want splash. I want gray. I want greens. I want reds. My mom's got one wall in her house just completely red. bright red. It's beautiful. I want that. I don't want sterile white. And what the hell? She's got these. She opens up a drawer, and there's a little box, and in the little box is all of her little socks. She's a little woman from Japan, and she speaks Japanese. If she was so damn rich, why didn't she learn English? What the hell? So, speaking of interpreters, she's smart enough to have an interpreter so that we can understand what she's doing, and now it's the most popular show on Netflix. So, but she likes a lot of white, and she likes it sterile. And you know what? That's what's happening to America. Right now, America is going through a sterilization period, and I don't like that. I don't think you should sterilize your life. Oh, yeah, you don't want certain germs. I understand that. I had an aunt, my grandma's sister, was completely afraid of germs. This is back way before Howie Mandel and our president, who doesn't apparently shake hands either. Germphobes, the John Teshes of the world. I don't think you should be afraid. I don't think you should live in fear. I don't think you should because fear deters you. Fear deters you from living your life. And yes, there's some things you got to avoid. Some things that are bad and okay. But at the same time, you got to live your life. And I feel this Marie Condo is making you not live your life. And I think she appeals to the families of the world, to the married people that have, so much going on in their world, and they can't get a grip on things. Because it's all chaos, and but we gotta make things nice and sterile and clean and in its own little place. And if it doesn't bring you joy, throw it out. Everybody's acting like she came up with all this. No, this was all a thing about 15 years ago. HGTV had the cleaning your closet or the closet cleaners or something like that, or cleaning the cleaners. And these people would come to your house, and this Australian guy with the beard would go, "Now, I want you to ask yourself, put your stuff into 3 piles. The stuff that you use all the time, the stuff that you've used only a little bit, and the stuff you've never used. Put it in 3 piles, and I want you to go through the piles. And the stuff that you used recently, I want you to put that in the pile you're going to keep. And then the rest is going to go in a garage sale pile. We're going to have a garage sale." And that was the show. And that back then taught me a lot about, okay, what do I hold on to? I believe that. I believe that entirely. There's crap, and especially when you get busy in your life, right now there's a bunch of boxes in my garage that I need to get rid of. But you know what? I use those boxes. Like if I got something down in my car and a bunch of stuff, I throw them all in the box and bring it up. Maybe what I should do is once I've used the box once, just throw it in the recycle bin. And then move on, so at some point all my boxes get cleared out. I believe in that. That's fine. Do I believe in Sarah Jessica Parker's cleavage? I only bring that up because of the Super Bowl. Apparently that's one of the commercials, is her cleavage. Good going, Sarah Jessica Parker. You should be proud of that, Sarah Jessica Parker. And Steve Carell's a sellout. I understand Sarah Jessica Parker in a commercial, but Steve Carell in a commercial, that just screams sellout. That just screams his career's done. Oh, but Mike, he's in all these wonderful movies that he does. He's an actor. He's got range. No, he's sold out. So, whatever. But that's his journey. I won't be going to see any more wonderful Steve Carell movies anymore, because I think that clutter needs to be removed from my life, and I'm deterred from Steve Carell. So that's the end of the show. Oh wait, we didn't say hi to some people here at Cafe Anyway. Let's say hi to them now.
Hello, my commercial. It's Madame Rootabega. I don't have any clutter in my house. Ooh.
Why is that?
Because I like to set fire to everything. Ooh.
Set fire to everything? Do you set fire to the rain? Like Adele?
Sure, yeah. Okay, that sounds good. Ooh.
Okay, thanks. Bye. That's how my lovely lady friend's mom, she does this a lot on the phone. Oh, okay, that's great. Bye. And wait, what? Did you just hang up? Oh, gosh, this rainbow looks amazing outside here of Cafe Anyway. Anyway. Look who else is here right now.
Hello there, Mike. This is Valentino, the parking attendant, and this is my good friend coming up here the driveway there.
Bison Bentley. Do you know that?
Wow, see, you got rid of a lot of clutter in your life by crashing your car, and now it's totaled and gone.
Yeah, okay. Do you know that?
Yeah, okay, bye. Okay, next show, it's going to be Chely Shoehart, Floyd the Floorman, John Deere the Engineer. I'll try and bring you a new show. I know it's a daily show, but lately I've been training someone, and as I said before, training him, I'm realizing, and I've trained a lot of people, and you're one-on-one, and you really see the learning experience happening right there. And there are some things you are saying over and over and over again, and it's not sinking in because they are blocking it. They are deterring it, pushing it away. They are not absorbing it. It gets deterred. I'm really trying to use deter, and I don't think I'm using it right. But at any rate, you understand. They get this mental block. It's a blind spot. They can't see it. And it's so funny. It takes a while. I know I'm the same way when I learn things. When I'm trying to learn. We get this, somehow the brain can't quite absorb every single thing, so it just blocks it out. So we got to work on that, I think. Work on your blind spot. And that's all. I think I'll wrap up the show with that. Okay. Next show, Chely Shoehart, Floyd the Floorman, John Deere the Engineer. We'll try and do a new one soon for you and get into a regular pattern like I was doing for many, many months in a row. But things have changed quite a bit in my life lately, and so I've had to work out a new pattern, a new schedule. So wish me luck with that. But if you like the show, please let me know. 336MM Daily. Would love to hear from you. 336MM Daily. You can also email me, MikesDailyPodcast@gmail.com, and go to the website, MikesDailyPodcast.com. In fact, the beautiful, wonderful Ariel will be telling us more about that right now. Thanks, Ariel, and thanks to all of you for listening.
Mike's Daily Podcast is written and produced and performed by Mike Matthews. His podcast is super easy to find. Download or listen to his show and read his blog at MikesDailyPodcast.com. Email Mike now at MikesDailyPodcast@gmail.com. See you tomorrow. Bye!